Hey guys, what's up? This is Dan, and today I'm talking about hi-hats, specifically trap hi-hats, and I wanted to share with you this cool instrument rack that I kind of put together. Before I get much farther in the video, I just want to give a shout out to DJ Ave Mcree. I actually got this mostly from a video that he posted, and all I really did here was add some additional Ableton elements to it and kind of make it a little easier by adding some macro knobs. So I'm going to link to the original video that he posted in my description so that you can go check that out and see where I got this idea from. But essentially what we're going to do here is I've taken the same sample. This is a factory sample from Native Instruments Battery, and I've placed it on 4 separate cells in the drum rack. You can see here they're each their own, but it's actually all the same sample. And then all I did was I actually dropped this arpeggiator directly onto the sample. And I also dropped this really cool velocity MIDI effect called Add Some Random onto each cell as well. A quick tip for this is to make the first cell and then drop everything onto it, and then just hold down Option if you're on the Mac. Honestly, I'm not sure what it is on the PC. It might be Control. And just drag it over, and that'll retain all of these extra devices on it as well. And then what you're going to do here, let me play this first one for you. This is just coming through at quarter notes. The next one I have set at eighth notes. And then we've got the 1/12, and then this is your classic roll here. The one thing you want to make sure you do is that you have your style here in the arpeggiator set to chord trigger. And again, all this stuff that I'm starting with here essentially is in the other video that's linked in the bottom. And like I said, what I did was I just added this random thing, and I also put some of this macro stuff here. So it just, instead of having to click on each sample to change the rate, like for example in his video he had this one set at 6s, and that is a cool effect, but for this particular track that I'm working on I actually wanted it to be up at an 8th. So instead of going into that sample, these macros are actually just mapped over to the rate on each of these, so it's just really quick to do it, especially if you have a knob controller. And the same thing with these randoms here. These are all the individual randoms of each sample. And I just have it set at 30, which is the default, and I kind of like it. You know, if you hold it down, and if you're listening at headphones, you may be able to hear this, but there's just some really slight variation between the hits. And it helps get away from that machine gun effect that you sometimes run into with hi-hats. So again, I hope this is helpful to you. It ended up being pretty simple for me, and then the more I dug into it with these macros and everything, I thought it was pretty cool. So let me know what you think, and thanks.